All right. So what we're going to talk about, you guys, is how do you begin once you have your thumbnail sketches done. Yesterday we worked on thumbnails and we talked about why this would not be a good thumbnail. We talked about the fact that this has a lot of excess space on the outside edge. We talked about why this was a better version because it thinks about composition, which we learned in class together with our first unit. We said everything in our class is sequential, so everything builds on top of everything else. So if we look at this one, you can clearly see that, hey, this one goes off the edges of the page, there's some diagonals. It's using the things that we said earlier make strong compositions. And so the next step, after you have this done, is to begin your drawing after you have it approved, thumbnail sketches approved, then you're gonna get ready to begin on your big paper. We are going to be using the same kind of concepts that we used when we did our shoe drawing. So what I'm going to suggest that you do, if you think back to how we did the shoe, Miss T had you guys come in on your thumbnail sketch and we subdivided it. We came in and made little marks to divide this in half, and then you divide that again, divide this in half, divide it again. We're not getting out a ruler, but we are coming in and estimating the division in this. This is important because this is going to tell us where to place things on our large paper, just like it did with our shoe. So we are going to come in now. You can take your paper and notice there's a relationship through your thumbnail sketch to your paper. So you wouldn't turn the paper this way and draw this. You would turn it this way so that that relationship still works. It's like a ratio. Then what we're going to do is come over using pencil only, make your subdivision marks on your paper. Okay? After we make our very gentle pencil subdivision marks on our paper, we're going to be ready to begin our drawing. Just like with our shoe drawing, you can use the thumbnail sketch to roughly begin placing things. So I know, looking at this, that the neck of this bottle starts roughly right through here, off from this quarter mark right here. I also know, for example, that, hey, the middle part of my grapes start roughly halfway here. It gives us an idea of where to start things, okay? So that's what you use the grid for. After you lay out the basic plan, you're gonna put this away though. And then you're going to start utilizing visual measurement to make size comparison and to do accurate drawings. A couple of things to remind you of before you start your drawing. I would usually show you this with the little black screen and have you guys sit with me around the still life, but we're going to do it up here so you can see it, and so there's a record for the people who maybe missed today so they can see how this works. When you are looking at the still life, I want you to pretend that this photograph is you looking at the part of the still life that you're drawing. To assist you and help you with your drawing, and you should put your phones away and be watching me, because the people not watching right now are going to be the ones who ask me to draw things for them, and I'm going to say no, okay? I will not draw things for you. You have to sketch it completely first, and then I will help you edit. The first thing you want to do when you look at any area of the still life, one like this one, we could take another version and look at something like this one. Okay, and since our paper's this way, maybe we're looking at this one. You want to look at the things that you recognize. Look for things that are easy first, things that your brain already recognizes and knows how to either translate or draw. For example, all of our brains understand circles. We can clearly see that this is a circle. A lot of the things like the little vases are in its essence just a U shape. Sometimes they're upside down U's. Many of the spheres are just simple circles. Look for things that your brain can recognize. If you came in lightly with pencil, the top of any container like a cup or a mug or any of those items like that, the top of it from an angle is going to be an oval, okay? If you look at any of these glass bottles, they are all a series of upside down U's, like that. And then you add the neck on, like this, and curve it this way. If the shoulder of the bottle curves like this, the top also curves. The bottom of those bottles is going to be an oval, okay? If you look at this little guy here, the body of this is an oval. Then you add another oval at the bottom and add a neck and an oval. Do you see how we're finding the basic shapes that we recognize? That's going to help make the drawing process simpler for you and make it easier for you to translate. This still life is actually really simple. This is an easier one, and I did that on purpose to help you with that. As you're beginning your drawing also, remember that Ms. T told you guys you could utilize a viewfinder to kind of help you look at your composition. Some people find it helpful when you're looking through the viewfinder to have the subdivision marks on the viewfinder. You can certainly, when you get one, make those marks yourself by taking the viewfinder, dividing that block in half, make a pencil mark, divide that, divide that, divide it in half, and then half each of those to make it quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. If you go around and do that around your viewfinder, then when you actually lift this up and look at the still life through the viewfinder, it's going to help you place it on your page. Does that make sense to everybody? Our mission for today. All right, so your first task, finish all 4 of your thumbnail sketches, bring them to Miss T. We choose your best one, and then we're going to start our pencil drawing on the bigger paper. All right? All right, let's get to it. Get your stuff out. Let's do it.